Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and my channel is about planning and journaling and just notebooks, pens, all of that. So in my previous video I discussed my 2023 planner and journal and what I was using. And I hinted that I was going to be doing another video about what I'm planning on using in 2024. If you follow me on Instagram, which is @mashplans, I'll link it below, you already know what I'm going to be using for 2024, but I kind of wanted to talk about it, chat about it, really discuss my plans. So without further ado, this is the planner I am going to be using for 2024. I know. Everyone on YouTube and on Instagram is probably using this planner. But I personally think this is one of the best contenders for 2024 that I have personally seen. And while there are some things that I don't necessarily always look for in a planner, like things that I don't always agree with, by far on the market, I think this is going to be my best option, which is why I went ahead and purchased it. Okay, so let me pull it up here so you guys can actually see it. This is the Common Planner designed by Sterling Ink. There's a ton of videos on the internet, on the YouTubes about this planner, so I don't need to go fully in depth with it. But what it is it is a full year planner from the company Sterling Ink, and it is in the Hobonichi Weeks size. So, like I said in my previous video, I have purchased a Hobonichi Weeks for the last 6 or 7 years. I have a huge stack of them. I love that planner because it's small and portable without being too small, like Pocket or Passport is just too small for me. But this is a portable size. I can throw it in my purse. Even with a cover on, a leather cover, it's still very, very lightweight. And the thing about the Hobonichi Weeks is that it has a week on one page and a notes page on the other side. So that's my favorite layout. And I discussed in the previous video about how this is my ideal layout: boxes, a dashboard style, and then a week where I can just put things on the other side. However, the Hobonichi Weeks, is long ways, which is what this planner is. It's a horizontal weeks. Do I wish that Common Planner or other planner companies would come out with this layout? Yes, of course I do. But that's just not going to happen anytime soon as far as what I know. The closest thing I've seen, I'll put a picture up right now, is the Aura Estelle Weeks, but the reason why I didn't get that is because it's not a full year in one book. It's split into 2 books, a Vex style, where you have January through June in one book and July through December in another book, and I don't want that. And then the second thing is that the dailies are inside of the weeks. Like, you have a week on one page and then you have 7 empty daily pages, but they're dated. And that is what I don't want. I don't want dated daily pages within the week. I would much rather have monthlies in the front, weeklies, and then undated dailies in the back, which is where this guy came in. So, like I said, not the exact boxed weekly that I like, but still 1 week on one page. And I'm very, very familiar with that layout because, again, I've been using the Hobonichi Weeks for like 7 years. So this is the first year in 7 years that I did not buy a Hobonichi Weeks. And first I was sad about it, but then I remembered that everything I've ever wanted in the Hobonichi Weeks is now in this. The white paper instead of the Hobonichi cream paper, the 365 pages in the back. This has 369 pages actually in the back, whereas the Mega Weeks only has 215. and the regular weeks I think has 69. And then the other thing that I really love about this planner versus the Hobonichi Weeks is that it has grid on the left side. Whereas the Hobonichi Weeks, these these weekly daily pages are blank. So there's no grid to keep your writing straight. So there's that. And then there's no quotes at the bottom. It didn't bother me too much in the Hobonichi Weeks because I could just put washi or stickers on them, but now I don't have to. I have a full page to write down all of my things, and then I have a full empty page to write down my tasks and my to-do lists and anything else on this side. So, and then another thing that I really love is the goal breakdown page and these quarterly pages. I'm very excited to plan this way. I've never planned quarterly. The closest I've gotten to is at work. We do have quarterly goals. So I plan sometimes that way at work, but never in my personal life. And I'm very excited to do that. So this is what I'm going to be using the next year. This did retail for, I think, $46 with free shipping, I want to say. I did also buy a standard size, so it was the one that's bigger than this, but I immediately, like, after getting them in hand, I knew that the standard size, again, just like I discussed in the previous video, it's just going to be too big. So I decided on the week size because I'm so comfortable with the size now. And while I love journaling in the standard size and I love planning in the week size, I think I can still journal in these pages because, again, there's 369 pages. So even if, for example, I wanted to write across the page or even sideways, I could do that pretty easily. And I did practice this year in journaling in this size and I got comfortable with it. Again, not my absolute favorite, but it's really not too bad. It's very similar in layout. So I just really, the Hobonichi Week size for me is just the most ideal. B6 Slim would be the most perfect, but out of the options on the planner market right now, this is what I found to be the best idea. And then for the cover, I'm still going to be using this cover, which is, again, Eternal Leather Goods, black with it, custom sizing. I got it widened and I got Traveler's Notebook strings, but I no longer need the string because of this layout, or because because I'm going to be using this book in here and I don't need to use it as a Traveler's Notebook anymore. And then I am going to be using this book as a Permanent Collections reference book. I still need to do that and maybe I'll film a video once I'm done, but I'm going to be putting that in there. And the only thing left for my setup for next year is I'm going to be ordering a clear cover for this, which I believe will fit in my cover because there's a tiny bit of gap on both sides. So I believe I'll be able to fit a clear cover on this. And then I can use this leather cover and it will keep everything nice and protected. And there's still room for my pen loop and there's plenty of room if it does chunk up, which I don't think it will. I don't use a ton of stickers and all of that. Like even this year it did fluff up a bit. But not that much. And what again, if you go back to the previous video, I can link it below, but I created this on my own. It's a Half Your Stalogy and a Planner Monkey Co. notebooks that I put together. So this is my plan for 2024. I'm super excited. Another thing was I did last year try out the Sweet Freckled Designs Weekly. And, you know, it is very similar, but this is dated, which I really like. And then on top of that was that grid on the left-hand side, which I'm so excited that there's this grid because I feel like my handwriting would always get so sloppy because I just can't, for the life of me, write in a straight line. I don't know why. But anyway. that's my plan. I'm very excited. I'm going to be setting it up. It starts on January 1st, so look forward to more videos about it and more journaling videos as well. That's one of my big goals, is to journal again more regularly, consistently, even if it's just a few sentences. So if you want to watch a video about that, let me know. And thank you guys so much for joining me. Please like this video. Please comment on what your plans are for next year. Any video ideas that you want to see me do. And consider subscribing to this channel. That would be really helpful. Thank you guys so much. Have a nice day.